Part 2 of our title match here at the incredible Bedroxx in Tucson. Curtis Lindeman trails Cameron Smith right now, shooting into 5th frame, spare working. Trails by about 20. There we go, 10 in the pit. We saw an awful lot of that all day long today as we're bowling on the house pattern. And Scott Wilhelm, yesterday's runner-up, is getting close to becoming today's champion. Both Curtis and Scott have won 3 matches in the stepladder finals, and Wilhelm, giving 2 pins, is up by plenty right now, and will have that double working into his 8th frame. Top seed Brooke Martinez has struggled just a little bit in this match. Brooke with 1 title to her credit, so she knows how to win, but she's going to have to start stringing strikes herself and get a little bit of help from Scott to make that happen this time. Well, there may be that little bit of help right there, as Scott's worst shot of the title match leaves the 9-10 split, a rather unusual one. Curtis needs to double to stay within breathing distance of Cameron and gets it. Curtis has defeated Cortez Schenk, Kyle Karpovich, and Joe Lewandowski in order. Joe was right on the heels of Cameron all day long today, so a really fine performance by him. Cameron qualified first at plus 464 today. Our all-time 8-game record is plus 503, so he absolutely immortalized those pins. Sometimes when we have an easy playing condition, it devolves into a actually pretty tricky title match. That didn't happen today. The shot held up just fine. The more you crank it, just step in a little more left. Ooh, and that ball hung up on his thumb. And you can see the reaction by Wilhelm there. That's a bad time to start having hand problems. Brooke has to realize this and has to take advantage of it right here. Big shot from Martinez. And she does, my goodness. You saw Scott false start on that 9-10 a couple times, and then when he finally did let it go, it had barely got off his hand. He's still over there grasping his thumb in a little bit of pain. Things could change rapidly over there. Smith to re-extend to 20. Does not. Wow. I don't know how many 8 counts even Cameron got all day long. When you go 400 up, it's mostly striker 9 count. 8 must be unusual for him, and a tricky little 2-5 to shoot out as well. Give Martinez 3, so I don't know. All of a sudden, a fist pump and a shot of adrenaline right there. Just what the doctor ordered. The open from Wilhelm and the strikes from Martinez. There's a fighter in there. I should not let that cool exterior fool me like I just did. Scott's still working with thumb hole and getting that ball wiped off, and all of a sudden the pressure's on. He's got to be thinking about yesterday when the wheels came off in the last couple frames in that title match. Comes back great though. He knows that was a big shot to recover. Here's Lindeman. Can tie up the match if he can double. Yep. He was watching that 10 pin the whole way there. That was about the only thing that could stand. It didn't. The carry's been terrific all day long. And he can tie up this match if he can strike here in his 8th frame. 2 potential good finishes here. Wilhelm giving 2, and right now on the scoreboard, sorry. It's true right the screen, Jeffrey. That's Brooke. And that's Scott. And this is Scott. And that's Scott's back. And oh my goodness. The 3-6-10 was his downfall on the left-hand lane yesterday. Today, it's right side splits that may spell doom here for Wilhelm late. He was in control of this match. But if he opens, if he gets, 2 out of this, that would put him at 188 and would actually give the lead to Martinez heading into the 10th frame. Now he's trying to switch balls, which, is potentially a good idea here. But this is the ball that he really hung up in his thumb with on this, and the ultra tricky 3-9-10, the sleeper pin makes this much, much harder. Oh man. Deja vu for Wilhelm. He finishes up at, these scoreboards add in kind of strange. We gotta wait for the cartoon to finish up here. Yep, congratulations, 175 foot. Finishes up at 190. Brooke getting 2 pins. Should spare to win, I believe. Let's see what happens. Strike does it. Oh no, and she 5.7s. I can't believe it. I cannot believe, and Brooke can't believe it, that 5.7 just stood. Does she have to make it? 177, 178, 186. She has to make it. Spares a win, not as a loss. It's close, really close. Oh. Trading opens in the 10th, and by 1 pin, 190 to 189, Scott Wilhelm captures his first career title. Are you kidding me? Wow, what a bad break for Brooke, and what a sigh of relief from Wilhelm. He gave it away and got it back. Hard to see someone go down like that, but great job for Scott. Brooke still had an exceptional day winning the women's series. We'll focus over back here in scratches. They have a fantastic finish coming up as well. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Yeah, we all know, all of us know the feeling. Hang on, Stacy, all right? So over here in scratch, Smith can't come off his throwback pace by quite a bit here. He's going at a, come on cartoons, you're killing me here. He's going at a 229 pace right now. Right now, Lindeman going at a 228 pace. So it's a 1 pin of count difference. Lindeman working on a spare, and Smith will be working on a spare in his 9th. So if Lindeman here in the 9th and 10th goes strike, spare, strike, he'd finish up at 228, which would make Cameron Phil 20 for the win, again with a spare working. So who can perform in the last 4 frames? You've had to do exactly that all day. Throw strikes to keep up with the pace. And Lindeman now with the strike up to the 9th can shut out Smith. P.S. Cameron is looking for the 30th title of his JBT career right here. So he hit that last rack so hard that 3 cycled on itself. The best Smith can do is 239. Lindeman can throw the next 2 hits to get into the 240s. He was walking away there because he needed to grab some extra air. The fan wasn't working very well on 3 and 4. 2 strikes and Smith will be a very angry character. Tough when you bolt 400 up all day to still have a chance to lose the title. Oh! And then the solid 7. Oh my goodness. You couldn't have thrown it any better. One of the worst breaks in bowling. I think that is almost akin to a solid 8. The solid 8, the old Bull Burton used to call it the only true tap in bowling, and obviously I agree. And there's reasons that solid 7s happen, but man alive, did it have to happen right then? Don't blow the spare. Still right in this match. So now the fill ball is obviously really important too. As if he fills it up, he'll now need 19 pins, Will Smith, to win in the 10th. Even Cameron, way off camera, went, oh my, when that happened. Curtis has bowled an exceptional game here, and Cameron, I mean, how much can you say about all the great things he's done today? And it's so hard when it comes down to one game, a couple bad shots, and anybody can go right by you today. And those 2 pins make a big difference right there. Well, win or lose, Curtis should be really proud of how he bowled today. Climbed the ladder to get to this point. And now to win the 30th title of his unbelievable JBT career. Cameron needs to spare, and I believe Phil 7. Curtis finishes at 226. Spare 8 wins the match for Smith. So it's 18 pending what he gets on this shot. If he strikes, he makes his life a whole lot easier. For 30. 10 in the pits. Andrew Kane would be proud, our new USBC president. But he can now join an unbelievably exclusive club inhabited only by Kyle King, Stephen Black, and DJ Baker. The 4th member of the 30 title club. All he needs is 8 pins on 2 balls. I would bet the proverbial farm he's going to get that. If I had a farm to bet, I would be betting it right now. You bet. For the 30th time in his JBT career, Smith wins it all. You know, and it's indicative of his talents. He can win the tournament when they're incredibly high scoring. He's won tons of tournaments when they are a dead grind and everything else in between. Hats off to one of the very best we've ever had. We'll have the awards for the top 2 finishers here, and we'll see you again next week in Palm Springs. Thank you.